Hey guys, and so the blog is up. PTR patch notes 2.6.10. So it looks like the beginning of PTR will be October 1st, and they made quite a few changes, but we're gonna read through so that you guys can follow along with me, and I will put my input in, and we'll just see what we think from here. So PTR focus and detail. We'll be conducting a patch 2.6.10 PTR and phasing in content updates over the course of the 2 weeks, starting Thursday, October 1st. So phase 1 is October 1st. In this phase, they will be introducing legendary and set item changes. So, okay. So if they're doing that, then they're wanting a section where they just see how, and you see and can report back to them how the characters work in the usual Diablo world with these things. In phase 2, which will be October 8th, it says here, they will be adding seasonal theme into the content. So unlike last time where the seasonal theme already was there, they'll add it in a little bit later, which is fine as long as it's in there somewhere, because people have to see how it plays out. Although, I mean, we got to see last time how stuff played out, and I don't think anyone ever. I thought it was cool there was elements, but in the long run, I didn't realize it was going to come down to, did you have fire breath or did you find a snowball? Like, it was crazy because you had the RNG from the gear, and then you had more RNG because you had to do and pass the 150 from what I saw on another video. It came down to, did you have the RNG luck for not only the map, but for the element that would show up. So, okay, so that person right there was facing the world of 3 different types of RNG. Which is crazy. I don't mind stuff like these things being put in, but I don't think like the seasonal theme should completely, I don't know, completely dictate how far you get like that. Like, you know, because he had some really good gear, and if he wouldn't have found that snowball or that lightning breath or that map or whatever, I guess the map RNG doesn't really bother me as much as thinking about the lightning breath or the snowball. But he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have got through that 150. 150 is crazy though. Like, I'll say it was exciting to watch, but that's like crazy because to me, like, my top end is 110, and if I beat 110, I'm perfectly happy. So I'm like, I might be mid-range Diablo player, you know. So like 150, I could never dream of 150. I don't. I don't think I have the time or the patience or the skill set for trying to clear 150. But I'm happy with where I'm at, because it's enough that I can show you guys how these characters work and enjoy myself and not get burned out. That's the biggest thing I'm watching happening lately, is there's a lot of Diablo burnout happening. And you know, these guys try really hard, and so those guys that make it way up there, burnout sometimes happens for them. But you know, not always. All right, let's continue on here. Your testing tips. So basically in their testing tips here, okay, so we'll read this part because this is the part that I wanted to point out for testing. For example, when you're primarily a wizard player, consider the changes and impact on the wizard specifically. What do you like best? What do you think may need adjustment? And what would you like to see in the future? So basically they're asking the community to, you know, buckle down during the PTR with the longer PTR, and or what seems to be a longer PTR. Or sectioned out PTR, I guess. I don't know if it's quite longer. It doesn't look longer because I think it's still 2 weeks, and I think the last one was 2 weeks. But they want solid information. And then if we provide them with solid information, what we can hope is that Blizzard listens and does and makes these changes. Sometimes they get these they get the solid information, but they don't make the changes, and that's kind of but at the same time they have to look at every aspect too, I guess, because you don't want to like add something that's gonna like annihilate the game. So I guess they have to read through and think about each little thing. Okay, table of contents, season, items, monsters, and bug fixes. Season. The shadows are moving and they seem animated. It is as though they have a will of their own. Whatever trickery is, perhaps you can use it to your advantage. Let's see what the demons say when you fight side by side with your own shadow. Alright, so this already sounds like, you know, like the Diablo fight, the second part, where you're fighting Diablo in this like shadow realm, and all of a sudden, boom, there pops out a shadow clone of you. So that's what this sounds like. And let's see. Shadows of the past. Activating a shrine of pylon will spawn a shadow clone of your class. This clone will randomly have 1 out of 3 predetermined builds. This clone's power will scale with your character and will last 1 minute, or if your character dies. See below for the shadow clone variations that can spawn when activating. So somebody said, and I think it'd be cool if you'd be able to pick which build variation you wanted, because that would give you a chance to pick what is more useful for you. Because obviously you can see like right here, like for every single one of them, they have very different builds. Now, with how Blizzard makes this sound though, it sounds like more of a, this might turn into more of an RNG thing, guys. Because it said predetermined builds. Yay, neighbor's dog. Okay. Quiet, Fido. Predetermined builds. So basically it sounds like you pop a shrine and you pray you get something that's handy. They have different builds for every single type. It looks like it's kind of weird because it looks like the wizard has really different variations, where the necro has kind of the same thing going on, and because it almost all revolves around like Land of the Dead, and even the demon hunters, everything revolves around Mark of Death, where you can see just like even here in the monk, there's one for blinding, festive thunder, and exploding palm. There's 3 different ones up there. So I'm not sure why that happens within the characters, other than, you know, that might be the staple build for most of the characters. So Blizzard went, that's a staple, and we use it. Because I know I used I think the one time I played Necromancer on hardcore, I believe even with the build I had, I even had to use Land of the Dead. I think it was almost mandatory. So yeah, even Crusader, everything's around Archaeat's champion. I have a hard time saying that. Okay, Kane's Cube. Additionally, the Kane's Cube will have a 4th slot this season. This 4th slot will have the choices of the first 3 slots, but will not stack with any other items. So, intended for flexibility and character build. I love this. I love that there's gonna be a 4th slot. Yeah, I know I said I didn't like stuff that really dictates how a game would go for you or how a season would go, but this is nice because you can expand your builds. Because we all have that extra ring we wanted to use, or that extra amulet that might have gave us a little more of a boost, or you know, I don't know, a chest piece that was more handy and could have saved us some time or some regen. So that's pretty cool. It kind of makes me sad though that it's only for this season, but you know, at least they're doing stuff with the cube. Yay, you know, because we do like building up our characters, you know. Or I hope we like building up our characters. Okay, items, general. Classes, the rotation schedule. Okay, so the gift, they're rotating now. Depending on which class you choose. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So then okay. So basically, they're just going through all the new ones and giving you a chance to use the gift for a new set that's out. And stone gauntlets will now drop for all classes. I think for people who can stand to use them, I can't stand to use them. I don't know why, but they just drive me crazy. But for people who can stand to use them and stuff, that will be nice. However, I kind of agree with another person who said, you know, that kind of takes away from the little bit of knowing how to get them, you know, how to find things, how to do it's that like little extra that the big kids do that sets them apart from the other people. And so, you know, like I go for the little guys and go, yay, everybody gets a piece of candy. But at the same time, I feel for the big guys because it's like, you know, they knew these tricks, they knew how to do the stuff, and Blizzard's going, oh well, everybody gets a piece of candy now, so don't worry about it. No. Paragon bonus gold find has been changed to gold pickup radius at 0.1 per point. Okay, so there's no gold find. Okay. I don't know how to feel about that. I love that there's a pickup radius that's upped, it looks like. Not sure not having gold find is a good thing. I guess it kind of depends. I mean, but then again, there's a certain point in Diablo, like, you have more gold than you know what to do with, so, you know, it may not hurt. It might actually set everything where people actually have to money manage a little bit. If they have a reason to have gold or whatnot. New item. Ooh. Glen Lighters? Auro cards? Bone Spear cast from Sim deals 400, 600 increased damage. Alright, so now we're getting to item changes. Okay, so they put a new thing up here, obviously for Bone Spear, so if you use Bone Spear, woo! Looks like there's a bunch of changes. I'm gonna go over the ones that I'm interested in because there was changes to almost everything. I'm sorry. Changes for everything except for the Demon Hunters, because the Demon Hunters are already powerful, so like, why change them? Okay. So, Ivory Tower. Rapid multi-blocks will now scale damage of Fires of Heaven up to a maximum of 2.5 times damage. I worked with Ivory Tower. It was off of a husband's idea and build, and I'm kind of interested in this. I want to see if it... I'm almost curious to see if that makes this build even better. Yeah. And you know, we'll see, because I couldn't even get up to G-Rift 100 with that Crusader, and it kind of made me sad because it was such a neat idea to use Ivory Tower in place of what was the staple for that build. Let's see here. Who else am I interested in here? Pitch signal while channeling Arcane Torrent discriminate Ray of Frost. The damage of your energy twister is increased by 250, and you also cast energy twister every second. This is making me curious about the Firebird set, because that could be very, very cool. Like, and the Firebird set is already hard to play. Like, I feel like it's hard to play, but I had so much fun doing it a few times. What we got here? Ooh, they added Rollins? Ooh, I wonder if there's gonna be any Crusaders playing Rollins. We haven't seen that in like forever. I'm still looking through here because I'm searching just as much as you guys are. I think that's about it. I'm probably not going to play Monk next season since I did this season. I was okay at it, but monks are definitely not on my high note. Neither are sorceress. Oh, somewhere in here. I can't find it, but there was some talk on... Oh, there it is. Fragmented Destiny. Signature spell attacks 50% faster and deal triple damage. You gain a spectral buff whenever you land an attack with a signature spell. Hydras deal 25 to 30 increased damage for each spectral stack. Maximum of 10 stacks. I know that I was interested in the Firebird set again because of the tornadoes, but I almost want to play Hydra to see how this will work with the spectral blades, because I have not played a wizard using spectral blades, and I think that it's a cool idea. I've seen it work really well for some people, so you know, maybe we'll make a Hydra wizard for next season. And let's see, how to participate. So basically they're telling you how to get into the PTR if you want to. And that is it, folks. So maybe the stuff is all late because they were trying to figure out how long they needed for PTR, how long they need people to do things. But it also looks like there was a lot of changes to the main characters. And that could have took some time because they had to think about each spot and then see if it could run smoothly as is in the PTR so that it could be used in the regular season. So anyways, I'm looking forward to next season, and as always I will post my thoughts on how I'm going to run the next season. We still have 2 more pushes for this season of Diablo. I don't know if I'm going to participate in the PTR myself or not. Usually I don't do PTRs, but last season I did with Gears of Dreadland. I was super excited about that. Nothing's got me. Like, I'm excited for things, but there's nothing super exciting that's making me really want to go, you know, hang out in the PTR versus just grinding my characters. But I use grinding loosely because right now I'm kind of on slow mode. I know that there's only like 2 weeks left, and I do want to get past the 110 like I had said in my other videos, but I'm not like all in butt to try and get there anymore. I'm just kind of like, if we get there, we get there. We'll see what happens. So anyways, I hope you guys liked this review over the PTR patch notes and my thoughts. And hopefully I will see you guys around for more of my Diablo videos or any of my other videos. I have a bunch of different gaming videos. You know, if you enjoy other stuff, take a look.